Wildest dream. Meghan shattered illusions by Napoleon's rule, her US president's bid nipped in bud. In light of her numerous public appearances and philanthropic efforts, there has been much speculation about whether Meghan Markle has her eye on public office. With her history of acting in red carpet appearances, along with her past royal duties, she's clearly comfortable in the spotlight. But if she does go the political route, how far would she be able to go, legally speaking? If Markle decides to run for president, a rule in place may be enough to stop her from making it all the way to the White House. Meghan Markle could be stopped from running to be the US president over an obscure rule designed for Napoleon's family, experts have claimed. The Duchess of Sussex has never publicly said she would want to run for office, but has been contacting US politicians to lobby for paid leave and also encouraged Americans to vote. Biographers say it is possible she may one day run for office, as one says she is the embodiment of the American dream. The mum of two has been criticized for continuing to introduce herself as Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, when it comes to political and business matters, with arguing it is inappropriate. Her supporters have said it is her legal name. Constitutional experts have pointed to an 1810 tweak to the Constitution that was called the Titles of Nobility Amendment. The amendment states that anyone who accepts, claims, receives or retains a title of nobility bestowed by a foreign power would be stopped from holding federal office. However, it has never been passed. At the time, it required 14 states to vote in favor, or 3/4, but only 12 did. Even though it never passed, it was never thrown out on either, meaning it is still on the table and could be revived. The amendment came into play when Napoleon Bonaparte's younger brother Jerome had married American socialite Elizabeth Betsy Patterson, sparking fears he would run for office and the US would become part of the French Empire. Jerome never became president, but instead became chairman of the Maryland Agricultural Society and founded one of the oldest private members' clubs in America. If the amendment was revived today, the current 12 votes in favor would likely still count, and the new threshold would require 26 additional states to pass it. John Covell, the co-author of A History of Constitutional Amendments, The People's Constitution, 200 Years, 27 Amendments, and the Promise of a More Perfect Union, told the paper, "It wouldn't take long for people to look at this as an opportunity. I'm not aware of any precedent, where someone who is publicly known and publicly uses a noble title from another country has run for political office. I think it would be very controversial. Britain has a very strong tradition of keeping royals out of politics, and so this is perhaps more intrusive than anything a royal would dare to do in Britain. Meeting with senators to lobby for a bill, this is her injecting herself into US politics." Mr. Covell speculated Meghan could run either as a Democrat or an independent. It comes as 2 Republican senators said they were shocked when they were cold called by the Duchess on the issue. Maine Senator Susan Collins, 68, told Politico she received a call from the Duchess on her private line. She told the website, "Much to my surprise, she called me on my private line and introduced herself as the Duchess of Sussex, which is kind of ironic. I was happy to talk with her, but I'm more interested in what people from Maine are telling me about paid leave." In a column in August, Tom Bower, who is writing a royal biography about the Duchess of Sussex, said he believes the former actress' next steps are to conquer the US, and then the world. He asked, "And what about the next 40 years? Once Harry has finished promoting his books, will Meghan launch her own global campaign to engage in the swirling muck of American politics?" Tom Bower added, "The prospect of Meghan running for president is possible, and I'd even say likely. I really believe it's where she sees herself going." Meghan is expected to be in Washington in the coming weeks for a dinner with female senators who have backed the campaign for paid parental leave. retains a title of nobility bestowed by a foreign power would be stopped from holding federal office. However, it has never been passed. At the time, it required 14 states to vote in favor, or 3/4, but only 12 did. Even though it never passed, it was never thrown out on either, meaning it is still on the table and could be revived. The amendment came into play when Napoleon Bonaparte's younger brother Jerome had married American socialite Elizabeth Betsy Patterson, sparking fears he would run for office and the US would become part of the French Empire. Jerome never became president, but instead became chairman of the Maryland Agricultural Society and founded one of the oldest private members' clubs in America. If the amendment was